Hey, you guys. This is your girl Teresa from Hoops and Hurdles. I know I'm here early, but it's Friday. I know people got things to do and they're not trying to wait till 7 o'clock to see what today's topic about. But let's get right into it. So lately we have a lot of suicides going on. Mental health is out of whack. People going through depression, anxiety, people dealing with through this pandemic. It's just a lot going on with mental health here. People can't talk about what they're going through because they're scared people will judge them. So they keep in silent. But today I want us to break the silence. That's what I really want us to do. I really want us to break the silence. So it's not right that I don't come on here and not talk about mental health. So that's today's episode here on Hoops and Hurdles. Mental Health Chronicles. Let's talk about mental health. So grab you your snacks, your comfort food, your drink. This is apple juice, by the way. And let's talk about it. So what is mental health? Basically, it's an emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act as we cope with everyday life. Also, it helps determine how we as individuals handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Y'all, our mental health is important at every stage. At every stage of our life, mental health is important. From childhood to adolescence through our adulthood. Y'all don't think that a child doesn't have stress on them. Children carry stress. Children carry a lot of stress. It's not just adults, but we're going to get into that later. Okay, so that was the breakdown of mental health. What is mental disorder? I'm glad you asked. Well, mental disorder are serious conditions. It affects our way of thinking, our moods, our behavior. It also affects our ability to relate to others. And it functions on a day-to-day basis. But don't get it twisted. People with mental disorders can get better due to medications and counseling. So as you know, both of them will affect your everyday life. It affects your relationship. It affects your everyday life. It affects your personal life, your personal life, your work life. Either way it go, mental health, mental disorder, they both will affect you in some type of way. But you can receive treatments, like it's medications, depending on how severe your mental disorder is. You can receive medications, you can receive injections, you can receive counseling services. And if you alcoholic abuser or whatever, or a drug abuser, they have sub programs and stuff for that. You can go through counseling for that. But either way it go, both of them affect your everyday life. Mental health is important. And that's why I always tell people, find something to do, find self-care, seek self-care. It don't matter if you're taking a walk. It don't matter if you actually just winding down for today, having a glass of wine, or reading a book, having a hot bath, like whatever it is, conduct self-care. Mental health is important because it can help you cope with the stresses of everyday life, you guys. Like if you had a long day at work, you know what I'm saying? You need that self-care to kind of calm you down and regroup yourself. Even if that's putting your phone on do not disturb, you have to do something to take care of your mental state. Even with children, when they come home from a long day of school, ask them how their day went. See what's going on with them. Because they, like I said, they carry a lot too. So it can't, so like I said, mental health is important because it can help you cope with stresses of everyday life. Also, it can help you with your physical health, have good solid relationships, be productive in the workplace, and realize your potential as a human being. So when you take care of yourself, when you take care of your mental state, it will help you physically. Like, you know how we have all this hypertension, we have all these diabetes, strokes, heart attacks. That's because we're not taking time out for ourselves and taking care of ourselves, you guys. We have to take care of ourselves. Even in this pandemic, take care of yourself. Because if not, we have all these side effects. You know, the signs of mental health problems would be, so you may want to grab you some paper and take notes, because these are the signs showing that, hey, I have a mental health problem, like something ain't right. You know, a change in appetite or sleeping habits. That could be one. Actually, two, because sleeping and eating, too. Isolate from others. You're not engaging in your normal activity. You just want to be in the house, sleeping on the couch, or bundled up in your bed. Say, for instance, if you like going to the gym, now all of a sudden I don't have energy to go to the gym because I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to be at home. I just want to binge watch and eat all my snacks in the bed and not do anything. Hey, it kind of sounds like we kind of head to depression here, you know? Lacking energy or no motivation, just like I said. Feeling numb about everything or nothing at all. Like you just have no emotions. You have no emotions at all. Yeah. Like something that maybe bother somebody else. You may be like, yeah, whatever. You just numb to the situation. No feelings at all. Unexplained pains and aches. All of a sudden, you may start having aches in the back of your neck. All of a sudden, you may start feeling pains in your stomach. Y'all, all this comes from mental health. Mental health is coming from stress. It's coming from bottling everything up and not releasing it. That's not good. Feeling helpless and hopeless. Using substances such as alcohol, drugs, pills, etc. That is a big one. A lot of people who are suffering or having some type of mental health problem or mental disorder, they turn to substances. And that's not good, you guys. That's not good at all. Because if you're taking psychotic medications because you have a mental disorder, and then you turn around and you're drinking, some Jack or tequila, or you over here smoking whatever you got rolled up, or you popping pills, that's not good at all. That's like you really asking for a psychotic episode. So instead of turning to substances, ask for help. It's okay to say, I'm not okay. Ask for help. We have to put our pride to the side and say, I'm not okay. It's okay to ask for help, because there's other tools out there that can help you, with your mental disorder or whatever state you may be in besides substances. Because now, not only are we treating you for this mental disorder, now we have to treat you for your substance abuse. And what we call it SUD, because now you have a substance abuse disorder. So now you have two disorders. It's kind of like a dual diagnosis. So now you have two mental disorders that we have to deal with, and one gonna outweigh the other. And most of the time, it's gonna be that substance disorder gonna outweigh. So let's be mindful of that. Let's try to find positive outlets, positive tools to handle mental disorder or mental health. Yes, I say have a glass of wine. A glass. Do you not hear that? A glass of wine. Don't start going on hard. But if you feel as though you actually need help, you guys, it's okay to say, I need help. Feeling unusual emotions, mood swings in your relationship. If you know that your spouse, your significant other, even with your children, if you have that bond with your children, if you notice that their mood is not, like, say for instance, if they perky, if they're happy all the time, but all of a sudden this particular mood, they're kind of like pushing you off, they're isolating themselves, they, you ask them something, they snappy, that should be a trigger, like something's wrong. Especially if you have this bond with this person and you ride this person all the time, and they preppy and they happy. Something should trigger you and say something is wrong when their mood has shifted. That's when you have to ask the hard questions. Something we don't want to do. We never want to ask the hard questions. Y'all, we have to start asking hard questions. Even as adults, with our friends, ask the hard questions. Even with our children, ask these hard questions. So yeah, mood swings in your relationship, not only your relationship, but your children. If you see that, start talking, start trying to get some answers. Reminiscing on memories and thoughts is also a sign of mental health problems. Instead of you trying to move forward, say for instance you had a bad breakup, that may be an issue. You know what I'm saying? You, like I said, depression start kicking in. You want to lay around. You want to eat chips. You just drink yourself to death because you're thinking about what used to be, what was, instead of trying to move forward. You know, that's part of mental health problems. Like I said, children go through that, you guys. You know, high school breakups, middle school now, you know, they may had a bad breakup or something, or social media, you know, people putting their business on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like they reminiscing on, dang, you ain't used to be like that. You know, why you like that? Why you do, you know, that is called mental health problems, you guys. So I hope you taking notes. You have to start asking, are you feeling suicidal? Are you having suicidal ideations? Are you having homicidal ideations? Suicidal ideations is, do you want to hurt yourself? Homicidal ideations is, do you want to hurt somebody else? Are you having those feelings to hurt somebody else or hurt yourself? If they having auditory hallucinations, that's basically like, are you hearing anything? Are you hearing voices that's not in the room? Is it telling you to hurt yourself or somebody else? Visual hallucinations. Basically, you're saying, do you see things that's really not in the room? What do you see? Sometimes they may say, I see shadows, I see shapes. You know, I see something moving. Okay, well, auditory hallucination, what are you hearing? Sometimes they may say, oh, it's just some crazy noises, or it's like a buzzing sound. Or they may say, they telling me to hurt myself, or they telling me to do this. Immediately, you know, okay, something ain't right. Call 911, get help, you know, stay there with the person just to make sure they don't harm themselves and nothing else. Get everything out the way or out the house that may harm you or them. Call 911, stay with the person, keep the person focused, you know, continue to ask questions, document it. So when 911 and the mental health professional arrives to the scene, you be like, okay, this is what I got from them, and they'll take it from there. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be a friend, you know, you have to be a friend, you have to be a parent, you have to be someone that care, you know, because don't just be like, oh, girl, you ain't hearing nothing. That's probably the refrigerator. That may not be the refrigerator. They may be really hearing something. So yes, you have to ask those questions. Are you having suicidal ideations? Are you having homicidal ideations? Are you having auditory hallucinations? Are you having visual hallucinations? Because y'all, this stuff actually do happen. Also, not being able to perform your ADLs, your activity daily living tasks, and also lacking in parenting. That also can be a part of mental health problems. If you know your significant other, your husband, your wife, your children, if you know they always take a bath, if you know they love this cologne or this certain perfume, and all of a sudden their hygiene is going to, you know, it's no longer, it's reeking. They're not cleaning their rooms, or they're not cleaning the house. It's kind of looking like a hoarder house. It's kind of like everything is kind of like out of whack. It's time to ask those questions, y'all. It's time to be like, what's going on? Because your house be speaking span, but now it's looking like you ain't cleaned your house in like 3 weeks. What's up? I'm telling y'all, the signs be there, you guys. But if you don't have a bond with that person, and if you don't talk to that person like that, if you won't know the signs. But before a person act out, the signs are there. So when it comes to adolescents' mental health, depression, anxiety, behavior disorders are among the leading cause of illness among adolescents. And I know that's real. And just to drop some statistics, suicide is the fourth. It may not even be the fourth no more, but it's the fourth leading cause of death among 15, 19-year-olds. Y'all, it's real. And can I be transparent? I was one of them. I was in that category, but the difference with me was somebody saved my life. Somebody was there. Somebody was like, oh, not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? But some adolescents don't have that. Some adolescents don't have somebody to say, not on my watch, or let's talk about these. You know? So yes, suicide is the fourth leading cause of death among 15, 19-year-olds. Talk to your children. Take these away. Because this right here, this is their influence right here. This thing right here. Take this away. And when your kids come home from school, sit them down. Cook a meal. Cook a meal. I don't care if it's noodles and wieners. Cook a meal. You know, hey, how was your day? What happened today? And don't say, I'm a single parent, I ain't got time for that. Bull. I'm going to call bull. Because my mother was a single parent. And my mama still made time to ask us, how was your day? My mama still noticed when something was wrong. My mama was active in the school as a single parent. My mama knew what I was doing before I even made it home, and we didn't even have these back then. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think my mama had a landline. We was using this person made downstairs landline. But other than that, make time for your children. Ask them what's going on with them. Take this away from them. Even when you take it away, you are the parent. Quit trying to be these children's friend. Stop it. Take this away. Talk to your children. If you have to investigate, investigate. What they gonna do? Who paying the bills? And if they are paying the bills, they in your house, so it's your property. So yeah, let's take that away and talk to our children. Think about when you were an adolescent. Some of us, but not all, went through physical, emotional, and social changes, which include exposure to poverty, abuse, violence, which makes our adolescents vulnerable to mental health problems. Also, therefore, it is important to take the phones for a minute, maybe a couple hours, to talk to your children. When you have a strong bond with your child or adolescent, you will be able to see changes in them. I kid you not. I don't even have kids. I have nieces. You know, I have cousins. When you have that bond with them, you can see changes in children. I used to be a correctional officer. You can see changes in children if you have that bond, if you took that time. You will be able to ask those hard questions without them lashing out, shout, or shutting down. Because some children, if you don't have that bond, if you don't talk to them like that, and you ask them a question, they're going to shut down on you. Or they're going to, ain't nothing wrong with me. Why you asking me that? Leave me alone. Go in their room and slam their door. Who? Okay, go in the door. This is my house again. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you have that bond, they will be able, they will trust you. They will open up to you. They be like, man, yeah, this is what happened today. You know, investigate those phones. Interact with those teachers. Ask how was school and let them know and tell them, I love you. I care about you. Cuddle with them. I don't care if they 20 years old. Cuddle with your children. Tell your kids you love them. Let them know you are their safe haven. That's all they need. So, like I said, I used to be a juvenile correction officer. I was a juvenile correction officer from 2009 to like 2018. Yeah, I was in the game for a long time. And I had the worst unit ever. When I say these kids that get along with general population, these kids did not get along with general population. You know, they was isolated from all the kids who was in general population. You might well say I was in 23-1 with them because I was there. Anyway, what the outside or other people consider as bad, I saw them as good. Now, I ain't gonna say all of them was good, but even the hardcore ones had a soft spot. Let me tell y'all something. Some of these kids that's in juvenile detention centers, all the thing they lacking, like I said, some of them are exposed to poverty, abuse, violence. Some of them have to be the mother and the father and take care of their siblings because the parent may be absent or whatever. And some of them have problems with, especially males, if it's another man in the house, or if they say for instance, they are the man of the house because they've been taking care of their siblings because mom out doing her thing, and mama bring another man in the house, and now the man trying to tell the child what to do. Authority. They don't know what that is. No, sir. I've been the man of the house. You ain't finna tell me what to do. That's where a lot of violence come in at. That's where a lot of assault come in at. Half of these kids, honest, to be honest. Like I said, I've been working with kids since 2009 to 2018. Half of these kids are lacking love. They just want safety, protection. They just want somebody to hear them out. They just want to know somebody care. Y'all, I came in a uniform. A uniform. But it wasn't nothing Miss Mac would not listen to. They knew they can come to Miss Mac and talk to me about it because Miss Mac gonna listen. Now I'm gonna tell them when they wrong, I'm gonna tell them they right, but when they out of pocket, I'm gonna straighten them too. Some of them, you may not believe this, but some children want structure. Some kids love structure, especially when they come from a broken home. I don't care how old a child is. They still need somebody to listen to them, love them, hear them out. I'm not saying, some parents don't do that because some kids just get in the wrong group, peer pressure, and want to act out in front of their peers and think they grown because some kids do come from a good home. But like I said, peer pressure, what they see on social media, what they see on here, they want to have Meg needs and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I need y'all to not look at Meg twerking and the walk and look at Meg getting a bachelor's degree from Texas State University. That's what we need you to look at. But peer pressure is also a horrible thing. Back then when I think when we was in school, we wore wigs, but or weave. We wore weave, but just glue around the ponytail or whatever, glue the tracks in, people spritzing, the weave, rolling it up, putting it in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? It was simple. Now, children are wearing lace front wigs, eyelashes looking like an Angry Bird by the face, full face of makeup. Even their prom dresses are different. I was just talking to one of my coworkers, matter of fact, it was yesterday, and I was telling her how I ran across one of my prom pictures, and we was elegant, we was covered, even we had shawls to cover our arms. Now it's kind of like, what is happening here? Trying to keep up with the latest trends and fashions, trying to fit in. Peer pressure. It's not always about bullying. I mean, back then we got bullied too, but we rather fought you at school, fought you at recess, fought you, and we was done with it. But see, this is holding a lot of power because now when things happen, this is where children grow. This is where a lot of people go. Is this. Adolescence is a critical period when it comes to developing social and emotional skills. The factors that affect the adolescent's mental health or adversities, like I said, peer pressure, social media influences, home life, coming from a broken home, poverty. Some of them may come from a good home, but like I said, peer pressure, trying to fit in, trying to show out, as the old folks say, smelling themselves, as the old folks say, hiding the tail, like the old folks say. Violence, including sexual assaults. Some people done got molested. Some people by a family member. When you get molested, it's always by somebody and they trying to be silent about it. They scared about it. They want to talk about it. Bullying. Harsh parenting, You telling your child you ain't gonna be nothing. You just like your sorry daddy, or you just like your sorry mammy. Yeah, I'm keeping it 100 because this is what we say to children. You know, I'm not saying parents are, some parents just don't know because it depends on what kind of upbringing they had, you know. But you also have to be mindful of how, if you shouldn't want the pain you went through inflicted on your children. So be mindful what you say, especially when you tell them you ain't gonna be nothing. You know, you're just like your sorry daddy, or you're just like your mammy, or you just don't pay them no attention, or you always yelling at them. And if something exciting will happen in their life and they're trying to tell you, you be like, I ain't got time for that. Go on, yeah, I see you. I ain't got time. But talk to your children. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you don't give your children the attention they need in their home, believe me, they're gonna go out in them streets and get them. That's how you got these gang members. Because why? The gang's gonna take care of them. That's why they run to the streets. Because the attention is lacking somewhere. And like I said, they may do come from a good home. I killed you not, I had a child. Came from a beautiful home, y'all. Beautiful home. And I was like, why you here? Like, why are you in this detention center? Like, you got a nice house, nice parents. He said, Miss Mac, I know that. He said, my parents are good to me. He said, they buy me anything and everything I want. I said, what's the problem, son? This boy said, they don't show me they love me. They buy me stuff as the way of showing me they love me. I had to tell him, they may not know. You know, to them, that's their love language to you. But maybe if you talk to them, let them know, I appreciate you buying me stuff, but I need y'all to show me the love and the affection. He didn't understand it, but once I broke it down, he was like, oh, yeah, Ms. Mac, I said, communication goes a long way. Communication is key to everything, you guys. We have to communicate. Also, sexual background, LGBTQ, and they done added some more letters on. Community and identity crisis. This is big in today's society. Move my lantern. Let me tell y'all something. If your child, I know it's hard to accept it, but don't bash them for it. Talk to them about it. Because like I said, you don't know what that child went through. That child may have been molested. Yeah, you don't even know because they never told you because y'all don't never talk. Some children do it for a trend because they're going through identity crisis. They don't know who they are. I want to talk. I want me a girlfriend because she got a girlfriend. Or they see it popping on here. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say 7th or 8th grade. Then my mama just had moved from this little small town called Raymond, and we moved to Jackson. It's a city of Mississippi. And I was going to this middle school. Y'all, I didn't know. And we was drawing. Me and my friends was drawing. And we was drawing stars. Y'all, if y'all know Rosemary, y'all know I come from a good home. But so we was doing stars. We was drawing stars. So I seen my friends and them draw like this particular star. And I was like, oh, I like that star. Like, it looked better because I'm still trying to do like, oh, yeah, I cannot draw. I can't draw. I can't draw. But I was still trying to do like the regular star, you know? But I seen them do a different star. So I did the star. Put it all over my page. Went home. Because my mom was the type of person, you know, I was a teenager. You know, back then you got them little books where they had the posters and stuff. So I had posters on my wall from different artists and stuff. So I used to be one of them type of kids where I used to post stuff on my wall. And I posted that picture on my wall. I think I went to school and my mom was off that day because my mom was a deputy sheriff at the time for Hinds County in Jackson, Mississippi. And I came home and I noticed the picture was missing on my wall. So I said, Mom, You been in my room? She said, yeah, I have been in your room. And she pulled that picture out. She said, what is this? Is this something you need to tell me? And I said, what's wrong with it? I'm thinking she criticizing the drawing, y'all, because I'm telling y'all I can't draw. I'm not Picasso. She wasn't criticizing my drawing, y'all. She had noticed that the stars that I put on my paper was gang stars, gang affiliation. I didn't know. I just seen what my friends was doing. So when she broke it down to me, I told my mama, I didn't know. I just did it because such and such was doing it. I thought that was his pretty stars. And she sat me down and told me what those stars mean. As I got older, of course, I was like, yeah, okay. But yeah, sometimes it's just what you see, you just copy and paste it, just not knowing. But if you sit down and have those talks with your children, you will find out a lot. The LGBTQ and all them other letters, that's just what it is, y'all. You know, talk to them, try to understand them, trying to, you try to see why they there. What took them there. Someone may say, I was born like this. Okay. Someone may not even tell you that they was molested or sexually assaulted, because of embarrassment, a shame. They feel like it's their fault. And you have to let your children know when they are molested or sexually assaulted, it's not their fault. Hug them. Let them know, I love you. It's okay. All of this causes anxiety, such as panic and excessive worries, depression, unexpected or rapid mood swings, behavior disorders such as ADHD. I know we all heard of that, which affects the adolescent's education and could result in criminal activity. It's a movie that I used to watch. It came out in 1997. I think when I looked it up. It was 1997. It had the little pink Power Ranger girl, Amy Jo Johnson. All right, if you listen, I'm 1984, so you know the pink Power Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson. She was she always like to flip. Devil. But anyway, it was a movie that came out in 1997 called Perfect Body. Well, Amy Jo Johnson was a gymnast, and her goal was to be in the Olympics. She wanted to be an Olympic gymnast. So she was practiced so hard until one of her peers told her she was too big. They made her feel some type of way. Now I'm looking at Amy Jo Johnson. I'm looking at me. I'm like, I ain't gonna tell that girl that. But they told her she was too heavy. So it started out as a diet where she'll cut back on what she eats. But that diet turned into a disorder. She would eat in front of her parents. Once she left the table, she would go to the bathroom and she would stick her finger down her throat and vomit her food back up. So, all that being said, and I don't know if you regurgitate a lot, you all them fluids and stuff, when you vomiting and you can die from that. It becomes a medical condition, dehydration, lack of nutrition. And I think that would end up happening to her and her parents. And that's how her parents end up finding out, because she came from a perfect home, loving parents, but she hid that disorder from her parents. But when it got to the point where she was in a medical condition, like the medical state, that's when it all came out. That she was eating, but she'll go in the bathroom, put her finger out, throw it back up. This is what you call an eating disorder. And I know y'all have heard of anorexia and bulimia. Anorexia can lead to death due to health complications, or the child may commit suicide. This stuff, y'all, really happen in real life. Not just Lifetime movies. This stuff happens in real life. And I just want to give y'all that example to let y'all know it happened in real life. Now, I don't know if kids nowadays being, anorexic and bulimia, so they may get to the point they may not eat much. So watch your children and their intake. Watch their weight. Because when kids get that age, that high school, they start developing, they seeing other kids, other females and stuff. Peer pressure, so be mindful of your children, watch them. Your child can be experiencing some psychosis, which starts in late adolescence and early adulthood. So just because your child didn't come in here with a mental disorder don't mean later on they may not have it. That's why wellness is, they free. If you got Medicaid, use that. Get your children checked out. Get yourself checked out. Because over time, we start changing. Like I said, psychosis starts in late adolescence and early adulthood. So like I said, wellness is, get those regular doctor visits. If you feeling funny, something off, take your butt to the doctor. What I mean is that they may be experiencing hallucinations or having some type of delusion. Just like I said, you never know. That's just like they may be like, I'm hearing something. You hear that? And then you don't hear nothing. Oh, you see that? And you be like, what you see? And it ain't nothing there. Again, psychosis starts in late adolescence, early adulthood. So be mindful of your children. And it's important to talk to your children, bond, and get involved in your children's life. I can't stress that enough. These suicide rates is ridiculous. Kids killing each other and killing themselves. This is not good. Like I said, we are living in a society where this is power, y'all. We got to take this away from our children. We have to talk to these children, and as adults, I had a client that said that she took parenting classes, before she had her kids. Like, sometimes it's okay to take another step. Sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know. Parenting don't come with no manual. You just learn as you go. And what you don't know, ask for help. Because when I have mine, I'm going to be blowing up some phones. Even though I've been around babies long enough. But still, some things you may not know. Talk to your children. If you start that communication, that gateway of communication when they're younger, it'll flow over when they get older. Children always want their parents. Even as I'm 37 years old. I still want my mama. She's not here, but I have other mothers that she has blessed me with. When I'm in their presence, I'm like a little kid in the candy store. When I'm in my grandma's presence, Grandma Joe, I'm like a little kid in the candy store. When I'm in my auntie's presence, I'm like a little kid in the candy store. Especially when I know I can talk to them about anything. Sometimes a child just wants you to listen. And if you can't make something, if they have, say for instance, an extracurricular activity, and if you can't make it, just, baby, mama can't make it, or daddy can't make it, or we can't make it, but we gonna get to one. Or you could tell them, have somebody go Facebook Live or go live with it. Send us some highlights. That's just to show them you interested. You just not blowing them off. Even with if you want to get involved, this TikTok thing, do a TikTok video with them. I ain't say just stay on TikTok now. I ain't say just, but it's bonding. Do a TikTok. Go shopping, visit museums, go eating, movies, manicure, pedicure. Men like manicures and pedicures. Like, I mean, y'all, we have to talk to our children. We have to let them know we are there. My cousin put the most powerful post on Facebook today, and I commend her for that. The way you love these men in these streets, love your children the same way. The way you run after these men in these streets, Run after your children the same way. Because when they gone, you gonna be like how that mama said on Sister Act, you gonna be saying your shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Y'all, it don't take long to talk to your children. It don't take long to sit down and see what's going on with them. Half of the time they don't want you in their face anyway, especially they adolescents, baby. But some of them want that. Like I said, I was correction officers for years. And it just took me sometimes just sitting down listening to them. Baby, I was sitting there playing puzzles while they talk to me. Now, I got in their butt now because they know I didn't play. Even when I moved to Texas over here, the detention officer, they called Mac, we need you on such a unit. I step in, it's like, oh, Mama Mac on the unit. Yeah, Mama Mac on the unit. What y'all over here doing? You know, some of them love structure. Some of them want that structure. Like I said, some of them just want you to sit down and talk to them. I don't care if they are high school. Talk to your children. Bond with your children. Suicide is real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. Psychosis is real. Mental health is real. And in our community, especially Black communities, yes, we understand. We're going to pray about it because that's going to come first. We understand that. But as of today, I don't know if you follow my personal Facebook page, but I really do need you to follow that personal Facebook page. Get some help. Get some therapy. Call crisis numbers. I think I had some up there for Texas and Mississippi. And below, I just put down there the suicide line. Write that down. And whatever you can't find, I think they'll help you with it. Our children. What Whitney used to say, I believe the children are our future. Teach them where to laugh and either way. That's real. But if they killing themselves off, who gonna wipe your tail when you old? On my personal Facebook page, again, I place some mental health clinicals and access numbers. For Texas, for Mississippi, there is a mental health warm line. And if additional mental assistance is needed for Mississippi, Hines Behavior Health for the mobile crisis response team is also available 24/7. I also place the suicide numbers below. If you are in any other states and need assistance accessing anything, like I said, you can email me, let me know, send me a message, and I'll get to it. I think you can call 211. You can call 911. But you guys, we have to take these and we have to use these and we have to have patience and listen to our children. If you are a parent and you may be going through some type of mental disorder and mental illnesses or whatever, and you just don't have the patience, get a counselor. Find a therapist. Get somebody involved. Because a child just needs someone to love them, care for them, protect them, listen to them, and just bond. But that's the episode for today. Mental Health Chronicles. Again, this is your girl Teresa. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. I'll be posting on TikTok too. But yeah, follow me on those. Also, I have my website scrolling now. You can follow the website. If you on Instagram, Facebook, I have a link for Linktree. You can click that and it will take you to all the platforms for Hoops and Hurdles. Also, this is my shirt line, Hoops and Hurdle Podcast. You don't have to have the woman. If you're a male, we can change it. I can change it. And he has the verse at the bottom, Proverbs 16:24. In the back, it says healing. So if you would like a shirt, let me know. Again, it's your girl, Terrell on Hoops and Hurdles. Take care of these babies. Take care of yourself. And I'm out.